investigate the white line, clean everything up a little bit. Not a lot to take off. She is at the 6 week mark. As you can tell, her frogs are always very ratty. It's always real wet this time of the year, so we don't get carried away. Like I said, you can tell she doesn't. Here's the apex of her frog. She's got her foot pulled back underneath herself. Really not a lot to do, but just clean everything up and make a nice shoe to fit it. On after things, or before I start trimming. And do most of it with the rasp. Use the Bellota Top Level. Slowly rasp and start leveling my foot up. And as I'm doing it, I'm cleaning my walls up, shaping it to my white line. Is figure out our shoe size. I take a flexible tape measure, run it around here, get my idea on what size of shoe I want. So about 13 and a half, 13 and 3/4. Since this mare lives outside, we know we can't give her a ton of width or a ton of length. So we try to just shoe her as close to the widest portion of the frog as possible. We have to put a toe clip on her since she's going to doing a lot of trail riding coming up. We're going to use the DiamondTracker. It's a nice crease shoe with some flat in the heel area. It's got a nice bit of width to it for sole protection. So then we're going to heat this up. Like I said, we're going to put a toe clip on it. And then we're going to put some stud pins in. You ready? Okay. Also, what we're going to apply, we're going to do the Vettec product, Equi-Pak. Give her a little bit of sole protection, so that because she's going to a rocky terrain to trail ride. So, okay. One of the things we'll do is we're making our shoes. We'll take a measurement ahead of time, and so we know we're right around 5 to 5 1/8 for our width, 2.5 on the end of our heels, and as we're building the shoe, it gives us something to measure and shoot for. And that way we know we're not making as many trips to the horse. Just working it around the horn, I kind of have the shape in my mind. So then we took those measurements. We said we needed to be right around a little over 5. So we'll go to the widest portion. We're right at a 5. Then we said we needed like 2.5. in between on the end of the heels, and we are going to have to grind some of the shoe off. So I'm pretty close. So I'm pretty happy. Go ahead and level it up. Using the Bloom hot fit tongs. I like to use the jaw end. Come in and start setting my toe clip. Get my toe clip started, clean out my burn. Take a look. I don't want to take a big burn because I need to fit up. I need to kick the outside branch out a little bit. Bring that outside heel in a little bit. Just a little tight right here in the quarter area. Then bring the inside heel in just a little bit. Tracker already has sole relief built in, but as I constantly work my shoe, I'm always trying to build more sole relief in. Pretty happy. Might pop it open just a smidge. Get some more heat on it. It's a nice slim nail, so it'll fit this mirror's walls. Thickness, I should say, or yeah, wall thickness. So when I start out, I always like rebrush everything out. Since we're going to pour this horse, we have to make sure that we're worried about no places for bacteria and stuff to get built up in. Clean up our wall, our edge a little bit. Since we do have a little bit of separation, we're going to use the CS Plus. We'll fill those voids with the CS Plus. If you're not used to the CS Plus, it is a clay packing with copper sulfate and Venice turpentine and tea tree oil mixed in. Just helps try to keep bacteria down. So we take our shoe and our pad, since I'm running a toe clip, I always like to start my toenails first Like to get that clip sucked in. Set it down, take a quick look, make sure I'm happy. Go ahead, drive the rest of our nails. We're using the Liberty number 7 driving hammer. These things do swing very nice. Go ahead and clench it or set my nails. It has a foam pad that has adhesive stuck to it on the one side. What you do is you take that off, just peel it up, take off that adhesive or take off the cover. Then you take the foam board, take the adhesive side, apply it to the shoe. And what I like to do is set it down, pick the other foot up, let them make an impression into the pad. What I'm doing is building a little sole relief in there. I don't want the pour-in pad to be quite even with the end of with the bottom of the shoe. You can also take your thumb, mash it down a little bit. But now we're ready. So we'll take the CS. I like to purge it. Just get a little bit started. Come in. And then just slowly fill. If you're used to the old guns, these new guns squeeze so much easier. The CS has the copper sulfate built into it. I like to just slowly fill it to the back there. Wait about 30 seconds. Set it down. Pick the other foot up. Make them loaded up. Just push it around a little bit. After we get done, this is set and dried quite a bit. You can take it off. But you want to take it off from the back and slowly pull it forward. You don't want to start in the toe and pull it back. Start from the heels and pull it forward. Or we like to take the rasp, and do it that way and let it just wear off naturally. I don't see the mesh if I did it right. Okay, since this is the way I would do it every day, but if you do want to pull it off from the back or pull it off, you start at the heels and just slowly work your way forward. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and finish this foot up. Use the new diamond nail cutters. I like to cut mine sideways. That way it gives me a little tip. And then we'll use the diamond gouge. I just set it a little bit below the end of my nail. Tap it in. Oh. Then we use the FootPro clinchers. Open them up, feel a couple clicks, and just close them. Try to let the tool do its job. There. We use the new Prime Finish Plus. New finish file made by Bellota. As I'm doing it, I'm just rasping off the rest of the pad. Clean my edges up a little bit. And what I can't get, just use my knife. With the buffer. Now we're ready to pour.